Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zimwaves TV, where your weekly budget is as tight as Mthuli Ncube's excuses and your safety is as secure as a Harare pothole. Strap in, because Zimbabwe has had another whirlwind 24 hours, part economic circus, part spiritual horror movie, and part parliamentary soap opera. Let's get into it. We begin with Professor Mthuli Ncube, who stood before Parliament like a hopeful prophet, declaring that Zimbabwe's economy will grow by a heavenly 6% in 2025. Yes, 6%. That's triple the drought-ravaged 2% we crawled through in 2024. Why? He credits good rains, higher agricultural output, and strong commodity prices. Ah, yes, the holy trinity of wishful accounting. But before you start spending your imaginary surplus, here is the catch. Drought relief and grain imports are still going to punch a hole in the budget. By mid-2025, 35% of the national purse was already spent. And where did it go? To the mighty Trababalas interchange and other flashy infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, health spending a sickly 25%. So basically, if you want to survive 2025, build a road and live under it. Meanwhile, economist Tariro Matei Sanwa has one simple message: regulate pensions or watch old folks die broke. He urged better governance of pension funds, saying trust in regulators is essential. But in Zimbabwe, trust in regulators is like trusting a crocodile to babysit your goat. Ladies and gentlemen, do you believe Zimbabwe's economy will grow 6% next year? Type yes or no in the comments below and tell us why. We read every comment. And here are some of the interesting comments from the previous episodes.
Mnangagwa maskimu wenyu anyanya kuba mari kana mafungaje kuba upfumi wedu chekuntanga uronga sikimu takabirwa mari paskimu embuzi pambuzi baiva kwa nembuzi dzinofura tikabirwa goride paskimu yemugodi kwete yegoride chete neyemvura zvese maskimu wenyu mawani na ishumba apa mabata apa manombora uchiwe kuba kubira Zimbabwe nai musiki takakutadzire takabirwa mari paskimu yembuzi pambudzi paiva kwane mbudzi dzinofura tikabirwa goride paskimu yemugodi.
In politics, ZANU-PF drama never sleeps. The Andreas Matibela faction of the War Veterans Association has denied reports that it has been bribed with cars. We didn't get anything, they claim, but knowing ZANU-PF politics, if they didn't get a car, maybe someone parked it just outside their conscience. Opposition MP Charlton Hwende is also raising dust after being yanked from the Public Accounts Committee and dumped into the Energy Committee. He is not amused, saying the transfer violates court orders and party autonomy. Parliament has become a talent show where winners don't get prizes, just new committee chairs. And just when you thought it couldn't get juicier, former State Security Minister Mutasa emerged from the political retirement home to accuse Mnangagwa of hypocrisy. Allegedly, the president is dodging Politburo scrutiny and fending off a cement-fueled ZANU-PF split over a Chinese-funded project. If true, it's less build Zimbabwe and more cement the corruption. Crime? Oh, where do we start? In Shamba, a man impersonated a detective, swindled someone for $30, then tried to extort more for $30. That's what the fake police aim these days. Meanwhile, in Harare, a man took 9,310 to import a car, claimed it was delivered to Tanzania, then vanished like a Zupco timetable. But the real-life horror story came from Bindura. 2 women drowned during a Manjuzu or Mermaid spirit ritual in Nyaure River. Local leaders say sacred protocols were ignored and amateur prophets offered wine and food to the spirits instead of, say, sanity. The tragedy sparked debate about the commercialization of African spirituality. Apparently, summoning mermaids now comes with a death waiver. On the health front, the malaria stats are terrifying. 111,998 cases and 310 deaths in just 23 weeks of 2025, a quadruple increase from 2024. Experts blame prolonged rains and low use of insecticide nets. But let's be honest, with rising costs and no budget for mosquito nets, the only thing biting harder than the mosquitoes is poverty. And in rugby, Dr. Tafuma Parirenyatwa resigned as acting Zimbabwe Rugby Union president, citing business and family commitments. Translation, he is tired of running a sport with no money and too many complaints. Lastly, in entertainment, Mafikizolo is headlining the Jacaranda Music Festival because nothing says escape the misery like singing Dihamba Nawe under a collapsing economy. So Zimbabwe, that was your 24 hours of growth promises, ghost highways, spiritual drownings, and budget smoke and mirrors. Stay sane, stay sharp, and keep watching Zimwaves TV, where the news bites harder than a malaria mosquito. Subscribe now or risk being spiritually summoned by untrained prophets with expired wine offerings. Takabirwa